ribber, because Ribfest is coming to town. David?
Ribber.
Thank you so much, ladies. Yes, Bernie's out here, and he's just slapping on the, well, this is probably some kind of Jack Daniels barbecue sauce, right, Bernie?
We're a little better than Jack Daniels here.
Are you?
Okay? Yeah, we're Camp 31.
Oh, okay. Now, you spent 8 months of the year just touring around, going to various barbecue events.
Yeah, we tour from St. Pete, Florida to Ottawa, Ontario.
Yep.
From East Coast to West Coast and everywhere in between.
Right. Now, the World Barbecue, we were talking about this earlier. It seems like every week there's a World Barbecue Championship going on somewhere on the planet, even in places you might not expect.
Well, Memphis has a big one, Memphis in May. That's a big barbecue.
Yeah.
Also, the Jack Daniels, right in Lynchburg, Tennessee.
Yes.
They have the Jack Daniels competition, and that's the World Championships, invite only.
And there's a big one in Reno coming up.
Yeah, big one in Reno, but you know what? The biggest one for Canada right now is this weekend, right here in Toronto.
And that starts when? Tonight or tomorrow?
It starts tomorrow, goes all weekend. It's in Centennial Park.
Centennial Park, and there's music and barbecue.
Music, barbecue, a full family entertainment.
Okay, now listen, there are people who get very religious, semi-religious about barbecue. The way they do the ribs, whether they're using pork ribs or whether they're using beef ribs. What have you got on here now?
Well, the whole deal to barbecue is not just throwing it on the grill, right?
No.
This is just to finish it off. We're just making this our famous stick.
It starts many hours before.
This started many hours before.
Yeah.
So these ribs turn in a smoker. They get rubbed, smoked. They're smoked low and slow for about 4 hours.
Low and slow.
Low and slow.
Is the mantra, is it not?
Yeah, that's the slogan to barbecue.
Yeah.
Barbecue is a verb, not a noun. So.
And if you're going to do it right at home, you do have to try and get the barbecue down to like 250 degrees or something, and put smoker chips or something in the bottom.
Yeah, so you make your heat on one side, and the other side is just to get your smoke.
That's right.
And you get enough heat, and it's just like a little convection oven.
Right. And some people boil ribs beforehand. How do you feel about that?
Ooh, that's a bad word.
Is that a bad one?
We don't talk about the B word.
Okay, now talk about the way ribs are supposed to look when they're perfectly done, because there's this pink element, right?
Yeah, we'll take
Bernie?
a look. So if we pull that off, you can see the smoke ring, right?
Yes.
Everyone thinks that's give me a well done rib.
Yeah.
So if we pull that apart here, you can see there's a smoke ring inside, right? So we'll cut her aside.
Yeah.
You can see the smoke ring coming up there.
Yes.
That is not underdone. That's been smoked and it's been temped.
Yes.
These are fall apart. So I can take this knife and it cuts down like butter.
Yeah.
See, we just
like butter. And that's
like
that is the litmus test. If you're going to be a world champion barbecuer, when you go into competition, the judges look for that. That has to be there.
Well, it has to hold on the bone a little bit. It can't be like boiled, like this. Boiled ribs will fall away from the bone.
Yeah.
These here still hang on the bone a little bit.
Okay.
But they also are tender as can be.
Okay. Now you've also got pulled pork here.
Oh, pulled pork. This is, when we came to Canada about 20 years ago from Alabama, we tried selling pork.
Alabama.
Yeah, well. We tried selling pork sandwiches and we sold a dozen pork sandwiches. Everyone's looking at it. I can't eat that. It looks like dog food.
Now pulled pork starts out as what cut of pork?
We call it actually is a shoulder, but we call it the butt.
Right.
It's a butt, and so we smoked this overnight for 12 hours. Yeah. And
that's low and slow.
That's
too.
real low and slow.
Yeah.
And it comes out and it's a round chunk of meat, and we just push on it and it just melts into butter. We call this meat candy.
Now, what about all the accoutrements that go along with great barbecue, like good slaw, like hush puppies, like catfish? Do you do catfish?
Well, we do catfish at the restaurant.
Yeah.
But not at the rib show. So
no.
At the rib show, you're getting chicken ribs, pulled pork.
Yeah.
There's brisket. All the guys do cornbread, beans, coleslaw, potato salad. Everything that you can find on a southern barbecue, you'll find at the park.
And you touch all the major food groups there. There's nothing healthier for your body than this.
Well, there's no carbs here. I'll tell you that much. This is all meat and potatoes.
Is there any type of meat, Bernie, that does not respond to barbecue?
Well, I'm not going to tell you what they cook in the South, but they cook everything and it all responds, right from the roadkill and up.
Right. Oh yeah. Armadillo. You ever had armadillo?
No, but you know what? In Toronto this weekend, they're bringing a camel to the park, the zoo. And I thought, I wonder what a camel tastes like.
No, they'd be a little. I think that'd be a little gamey, a little chewy.
Maybe a little.
You have to ask Bear Grylls about that.
Maybe some Jack Daniels sauce.
Okay, the Toronto Ribfest Food and Music Festival starts tomorrow, runs all through the weekend at Centennial Park. People come down, they listen to some great music, they chow down on some fantastic food. Yeah, I guess you could have a beer or two, maybe.
I might have a beer or two myself.
Yeah, exactly. We thank you so much for being down here. It's going to be a great weekend for it, the holiday weekend. Get out, enjoy it with your family, and hey, maybe there's even be some soccer you can watch this weekend. You a soccer fan?
Yeah, I saw the game yesterday.
Okay, and there's one today. All right. Well, I'll have a little pulled pork. Can I put?
Yeah, go ahead. Give in there. Meat candy right there.
No, that is.
Yeah.
You could just put that, you could fill my coffin up with that and bury me in pulled pork.
We're going to serve some sandwiches here today.
Okay, thanks so much, Bernie. Okay, you're watching The Morning Show on a Thursday, and it's kind of my day. We'll be right back.